Thank you. This is Robert Castro from the Black Berets.
Muy buenas tardes, gracias a todos que vinieron a participar en este manifiesto, en este evento, para levantar la voz contra la injusticia y racismo que existe hoy, más que nada por un mal presidente que quiere ganar su presidente de vuelta, usando racismo como un vehículo para dividir la gente. Pero ya ves, obvio que ahora no estamos divididos, estamos unidos, unidas. First of all, I want to give my respect out to all the women, to the female nation, the women, gender neutral, but women identifying. You are the backbone of our nation. You are the life givers. Thank you for what you do and what you've done. It's your children and our grandchildren what we want to fight for the next generations. This racism has gone way too far. It's never good. This country was built on racism. It never has been. It never will be a white man's country. This is native land. And our Ninos, a lot of them that's in those cages are from Guatemala, Honduras, Oaxaca, many states, many tribes of native Ninos that once again are feeling the atrocities of genocide. And when I say genocide, I mean genocide. That's what's happening to the black and the brown and the red people. There's been a war against the dark-skinned people in this country since its initiation, since the inception of this country. And we are here to resist the genocide against people of color, starting with the people that are native to the continent. Not only the kids in cages, but the Native American community that I frequent on Bench and Pine Ridge, and how this government allows drugs to flow on the reservation. It turns its back, therefore they're conspired to poison our gente, to poison our Lakota women and children with meth and heroin. I'm not saying this to sound like some hype or something. I've seen with my own eyes. So that happens. What do you think it happens in our barrios? Once again, COINTELPRO, whatever you want to call it. Once again, medicate us, incarcerate us. And even worse, we're not animals to be in cages. We're not animals. So I appreciate you guys' presence. We will promote peacefulness, but we will defend ourselves also. So we have some berets here that will help keep any nutheads off of us. We shall be ready to, if there's children here, young ones, or if you're like afraid, you don't want violence, we love you. We don't want you to be exposed to violence, so stay in the middle if something comes down. And I only say that because we're in a different time now, we never know. I hate to say that, but we never know. I lived here in Morgan Hill for about 27 years. We recently moved to Los Baños, but we used to practice danza right here in this park. And there are some of those racist people here. There's a lot of Tea Party, I call them teabaggers, Trump supporters. A lot of them are here. And you know, when you do social network, they get the word too. But not saying it to be paranoid. Just be alert. Don't be scared, but be alert. The ICE Center, it's just an office building. It's just an office building. Across from the police station. They never bothered us when we went there. We don't know about now. But we'll be organized. I see a lot of focused on organized people. Be focused, be disciplined, move as one unit, as one raza. Stick together, don't be straggling, and stick together when we come back too. Don't be alone by yourselves. So I say this with true carnalismo, which means love. Our barrios are about love. We love our children, our women, our elders, our hardworking families. That's what it's about. And you're here out of love for our people. Not hatred of our enemies. There's enough of that to go around. But we're here for love of the people, love of our children. Black, brown, and red. That's what I have to say for today. Have a good march, a good event. Ponte trucha, stay alert, and enjoy yourselves. Enjoy the time. Remember these times, especially young ones. This is history. Remember this, so you can pass it to your younger ones. Gracias, Mateo.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, thank you, Robert, for bringing up those points. And just so everybody knows, we got quite a security team today. We have a few different chapters of the Brown Berets. We got some other organizations here. We have a whole team of medics. So if you guys have any questions or concerns at all during this march, go ahead, find myself, find one of the Brown Berets, or find one of the medics. They have their markings on, so they're easy to identify. And yeah, we're here to march with a purpose, with an intention. Okay, when you're walking, when you're marching, remember, we're here in a ceremony. We're here to honor the land. We're here to honor those who came before us. We're here to honor the kids who are locked up in cages. We're here to make a statement. We're here to organize. We're here to connect. We're here to close bridges. So when you're out here, make sure you make friends with the people that are standing beside you. We got to organize. We have to be as organized as those who are opposition. And these are incredible times that we're living in. They're tragic times, but I have faith in our people that we can make the best out of any situation. Do we have any more speakers who would like to come up and say anything before our designated speakers? You can share a poem. You can say something off the top of your head. If you'd like to come up and speak, you can come up and speak. So I want to give a thanks to Josue and Lisette, some of the visionaries for this. We're going to have Don Santos that will be here joining us, marching with us, dancing as we walk. And that's the tone we want to set for this. A very prayerful, very peaceful march. And like I said, we got quite a security team today, so it's going to be a good one. And again, make sure you stay hydrated, guys. We got a long walk. It's going to be about a 40-minute walk, so make sure you're staying hydrated. And in the meantime, just relax, sit down, feel the grass beneath you, feel the earth beneath you, give thanks. Like I said, we're honoring all those before us, and we're carrying the work that our ancestors have put before us. We are just carrying on the legacy. So this is Josue, one of the organizers, one of the visionaries. He's going to speak, so you guys can give him your attention.
Good afternoon, can you hear me? Yeah. My name is Josue Gonzalez, born and raised in San Jose, California. It hits home. It hits home. It sucks seeing our kids in cages. It pisses me off. And there's all these movements going on. And I wanted to take initiative in our hometown. A bunch of racism in our hometown too. Morgan Hill, San Jose, everywhere. And you know, with the community of dancers that we have in the Bay Area, we initiated this peaceful protest, you know, in hopes to inspire people like you guys to come and join us. It's a beautiful day. All different colors, raza coming together. Many cities coming together. We appreciate each and one of you guys for taking your time, for coming after work, for taking the day off work to be here. Thank you. We really appreciate it. This is what it's all about. This is what it's all about. I see a bunch of kids here with us. It's beautiful. You know, now's the time to stand up. Now's the time to speak up with all these movements going on. It's 2020. No more racism, no more injustices with our people, especially people of color. And it hurts me that our own raza is being put in cages like animals. With so much that we've provided for this country, breaking our backs, picking up the vegetables, picking up the fruits that we eat on the table. We feed America, baby. Like you said, we feed America. It's our people, and it hurts me. And I cry at night, knowing that our raza is being treated like fucking animals. It sucks, and this is what we hear. Now's the time to come together, speak up for those kids who can't talk. Where's our voices? We're here. Hopefully, other people see us marching down the street and join us. I'm sure they are. Hopefully other cities, other communities within their communities go to their nearest ICE detention center and organize. This took a while, but it's beautiful to be here, to be speaking up in front of you guys, and I'm sure others are gonna join. And our main goal is to let our voices be heard. Like I said, inspire other communities to protest and to come together, because now's the time. And I have hope that at least by doing this, we're making a bit of change. Thank you, each and one of you guys, for being here. It's gonna be a beautiful one. Let's stay together. Let's stay safe within each other. If you see something that's strange, let our security know that, hey, there's a person over there. You know, this is a peaceful protest. We're safe. We got like a bunch of security, but nonetheless, keep an eye out for each other. You just never know. There's always that one person out in the street wanting to cause something. We have kids here. Let's keep an eye out. Let's scream. Let's shout. Let our voices be heard for those kids in those cages and those families. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and showing support as community, as families. First of all, I want to acknowledge the land that we're on, the Ohlone people. With much love and respect, thank you for everybody for coming out with the intention of demonstrating and showing our solidarity, because it doesn't matter what ethnicity, what we stand for, what we fight for, but we all come as one when one of us is friend. So thank you for that. Let's get our voice heard. Let's stick together, and they're going to be offering some songs. So please, thank you.
Thank you.
Pampanimis la sotla, pampanimis la sotla, inkanochi no yolo. Chikie wai sochi, chikie wai pano yolo. Pampanimis la sotla, pampanimis la sotla, inkanochi no yolo. Cuida esta flor, cuídala en tu corazón, porque te quiero, del fondo de mi corazón. Cuida esa flor, cuídala en tu corazón, porque te quiero, del fondo de mi corazón. Chiquie wai sochi, chiquie wai pano yolo, pampanimis la sotla, pampanimis la sotla, inkanochi no yolo. Chiquie wai sochi, chiquie wai pano yolo, pampanimis la sotla, pampanimis la sotla, inkanochi no yolo. Cuida esta flor, cuídala en tu corazón, porque te quiero, del fondo de mi corazón. Cuida esta flor, cuídala en tu corazón, el fondo de mi corazón.
Thank you to our sisters for singing that medicine, you know, that strong medicine that they share with us that has been carried through our people throughout time, throughout history. And so when our indigenous brothers and our indigenous sisters share these songs and share these dances, they're sharing a very old medicine, you know, they're sharing frequencies, healing magic essentially. And, you know, we're very privileged to be able to see those things and to see them speak from their heart and authentically and truly. And I want to give a quick shout out to our sound team, Shill Sound Productions, with Simply a Service for providing the sound equipment. These guys are amazing. And yeah, so we will proceed to our next session. And so if we could just bring our attention over here.
Ipalemo wani no yolo lo teo tlaso kamati tonantin. Ipalemo wani no yolo lo teo tlaso kamati tonantin. We tonantin, tonantin, we tonantin. Tonantin, tonantin, we tonantin. Ipalemo wani no yolo lo teo tlaso kamati tonantin. Ipalemo wani no yolo lo teo tlaso kamati tonantin. We tonantin, tonantin, we tonantin. We tonantin, tonantin, we tonantin. Ipalemo wani no yolo lo teo tlaso kamati tonantin. Ipalemo wani no yolo lo teo tlaso kamati tonantin. We tonantin, tonantin, we tonantin. We tonantin, tonantin, we tonantin. Ipalemo wani no yolo lo teo tlaso kamati tonantin. Ipalemo wani no yolo lo teo tlaso kamati tonantin. We tonantin, tonantin, we tonantin. We tonantin, tonantin, we
Thank you guys for sharing your medicine with us. We really appreciate it. It means a lot to me, and I hope it means the same to you guys. It's very special stuff that we're here to witness. Okay, next we have Alexi, who's going to do a land acknowledgement. So if we could please hold space for him. Thank you guys.
Thank you everyone for being here. My name is Alexi and I'm a member of the Amamutsun tribal band. This is here our homeland's Mutsun territory, and we welcome all of you and we're happy to be here with all of you. Our tribe believes that the government is immoral and the destruction and domination and never ended for indigenous peoples. We see colonization has affected indigenous peoples around the world and believe U.S. imperialism is the root of this. This nation was violently created and separated indigenous peoples and created an arbitrary border. Communities like the Tohono O'odham, the Kumeyaay, all have borders that run through the tribal territories that disconnect and separate their peoples. This is unjust, this is immoral. Our tribe stands in solidarity with fellow indigenous peoples and peoples of color who continue to be affected by the ongoing legacies of colonization. We support Black Lives Matter. We stand in solidarity with the communities who face violent and inhumane treatment by the immoral government here on our traditional territories. Thank you. Ho!
Thank you, Alexi. It's really important that we acknowledge the land that we're on, the people who have walked here before us. I mean, mostly across this country, we're unaware, but we are walking on the spilled blood of natives, spilled blood for people from the genocide, and the genocide still continues. It's not something that's ancient history. You go to the middle of the country, North Dakota and South Dakota, these reservations look like internment camps, but these aren't things we're going to learn about in the history books. So part of learning about this is coming out, being courageous, and introducing yourself to people, and getting your ear to the ground and learning for yourself. So next, we have a good friend of mine who's going to be sharing a piece. His name is, he goes by Oso Cali, and he's coming down from Santa Rosa area. So if we could hold some space for him, thank you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, I go by Oso Cali. I do some stuff in English, Espanol, los dos. So I'm going to spit it, a couple verses of a piece called Imagínate, which means imagine, right? We have to imagine a better world so we can arrive there. I'm going to do a little bit in English and in Spanish, all right? Imagínate un mundo muy lindo, imagínate cómo sería, imagínate un mundo lleno de alegría, imagínate posiblemente un día, imagínate un mundo con menos tristeza, imagínate un mundo con menos pobreza, no tendríamos que proteger la naturaleza, todas las familias tendrían comida en las mesas, estarían cosa más importante de manejar un carro y llenar el tanque o destruir el medio ambiente solo para buscar más aceite. Los jóvenes estuvieran jugando en la calle, frutas estuvieran creciendo en la valle, no nos importaría el dinero ni los pensamientos del gobierno. Imagínate. Is this where we originated? Nah, it's where we immigrated. Once the land was penetrated, a massacre was facilitated upon the natives with no reservations. Now we give them casinos and some reservations while we battle immigrations, causing family separations, replacing children in cages. Yo, this is outrageous. We should be outraged with. Why are we so patient? Are we really that sedated? Yo, it's time to start raging against the machine, cause obviously this is some hypocrisy. Yo, it's really odd to me. This ain't no democracy as far as I can really see. My philosophy of this odyssey is that there's gotta be a far better way. Why not start it today? You know, redirect the whole human race. I know it's hard to expect the whole human race, but maybe we could respect the whole human race. Imagínate. That means imagine. Imagínate. That means imagine. Imagínate un mundo sin fronteras, sin banderas, donde aceptemos a cualquiera con la gente más sincera, más paz, menos guerra. Viviríamos en otra manera, quitaremos la escalera, todo nivelado y el ice derretiendo como un helado. De San Pancho a Chicago, puentes hechos con todos los lados, colorados y conectados, menos encarcelados. Sinceramente, amando a la gente diferente, cambiando mentes del futuro desde el presente. Mi visión claramente con más democracia, menos hipocresía, más verdad, menos mentiras, las familias reunidas, nadie matado de pandilla ni policía, solamente buena vibra y buena energía, con el amor como nuestro guía. Imagínate, imagine, yo.
Again, that's Oso Cali. He's coming down from the Bay Area. Check him out. He's on some real stuff right there. That's real dude. Okay, next we have our good friend Reyes, who has been a vital point in helping to organize this. So if we can give him a round of applause.
buenas tardes a todos. Primero dándole las gracias a todos los que están aquí por apoyarnos y por estar aquí. La unión es la fuerza. We have speakers coming in and they're barely getting here, so just be patient with me and everything va a salir bien. Pero this is cool. I really appreciate this. It's like really hard to do this. And with all the injustice that is going on right now, everything that is just like really a mess going on, that we should be more united, we should be more humble, we should be more caring of each other. We should be all looking for each other. Look at all this gente. There's still people getting here, arriving here, so we're gonna give them a couple of minutes to gather up. I have a speaker showing up right now. I don't know where she's at. She was over there at the end point, but she's coming back over here. Pero pues, sí, poquito a poquito todo se está haciendo. I just want to let everybody know that, like, enjoy yourself, enjoy here, please be peaceful, respect each other, love each other. By the end of the day, I want you guys to at least meet 5 people here and make a network and go out, support each other. And yeah, this is cool. And pues no sé más que decir, más que the people who organize this, me and my other friends, we are all Aztec dancers from the Bay Area, the Central Coast. And pues si nos afecta a una comunidad, then we all need to speak out, and that's what we're here for. So let's do this for the kids, let's do this for las familias que se separaron, let's do this for our brothers, los afroamericanos, los latinos americanos, mexicanos, hondureños, Salvador, todo lo que sea. Let's go show the naranjas that what he's doing is not right. And yes, so if we have open mic, if anybody wants to speak right now, or decir unas palabras, you guys are welcome. Everybody's going to be treated here the same, porque todos somos iguales. Thank you everybody to be here, and let's do this for a peaceful movimiento. Thank you.
Thank you, Reyes, for your words. Okay, next we have Speaker Aslan Native. If we can give him a round of applause, please.
Thank you. Yeah, so this inhumane, cruel, and unusual punishment for these children to be inside a place like this is just ridiculous. And for decades, they've been controlling the population. His nickname was 45 way before Ronald Reagan. Now he's the 45th president. That's no coincidence. It's evident he's guilty, but they treat him like he's innocent. Treason, embezzlement, invested in detention centers like Juvenile Hall. The judicial system at the border concentration camps are part of his plan. He is Illuminati, Ku Klux Klan, white supremacist. So racist and prejudiced. It's a disgrace to see his face on the television. United Snake trying to inject us with venom. The root of all evil got us sinning since the beginning, manipulating the women for money. Hugh Hefner, The Price is Right. Bob Barker, a top investor this whole time. They put together a plan that in the year 2020, they're going to take over the land. So yeah. We know that his nickname has been Colt 45 since the 80s, before the 80s, and now he's the 45th president. So coming together as one, this is a beautiful thing, and we definitely will get these children released from these cages. This is the main objective for this unity. And Aslan, before they came from Europe and called our country Aslan, called our country America, it was Aslan. America means love for the rich. You know, we're not about that. We're about unity. We're about the indigenous rights, you know, human rights. And these children are the future. These are our future doctors, lawyers, you know, not lawyers, I mean, abolish the system, period. But, you know, these are our future coaches, role models. And it's time, you know, we've been oppressed too long. And on behalf of Republic of Aslan, this is the country that real true freedom, you know, the true promised land. Not no oppressed nation, you know, under the white settlers. We coming together, and this isn't about racism or anything. We don't want no racist, you know, vibes amongst people. I love every culture, but it's time for the change, and Aslan is gonna take over for America. Bless you.
Thanks for your words, brother, and I appreciate everyone who's coming up here to speak, and everyone here. You know, when we speak, we're healing ourselves, we're healing each other, we're healing the land. So for us to work, you know, our throat chakra, it really does a lot for the collective. Next, we have Maddox from the Monterey Coalition to come up here and speak. So if we can give him a round of applause, please.
I wasn't sure exactly what I was going to do after I finished talking, but I feel like I know now. I think I got a bat in the trunk. Hello, everybody. I'm glad everybody looks great for coming out. Give yourselves a round of applause. It's great that everybody could come. And I knew I was coming today, and I talked to a couple of people that didn't understand why I was coming. And they said, well, this doesn't have anything to do with, like, Black Lives Matter, so why would you go to Morgan Hill? And I told them that apparently they don't understand.
Yeah.
Blackness is not the absence of color. Blackness is all color. So it doesn't matter to me if it's black, brown, fluorescent orange. If you treat people bad, then we're coming to change that now. So as far as I'm concerned, and I think that everybody can agree, that in America, none are free until all are free. Power to the people.
Appreciate you, Maddox. Thank you for sharing your words and your voice. You know, right now it's important that regardless of your color, all colors, all relations, that we unite. Right now, we're stronger together, and it's really sad to see, you know, sometimes even with my own community, the embedded racism that is still there, and, you know, it's just one of those things. The colonists were really good at what they did in terms of brainwashing and pitting us against each other and making us live in a state of scarcity. But, you know, we're evolving beyond that. As you can see, all you got to do is look around. I see everyone being represented here, and we're holding everyone close. So thank you, bro. Appreciate you. Gotcha, bro. Okay, so next we have Miriam Smith, who's going to speak.
Hi, I am Miriam Smith from Seaside. And I'm definitely glad to be here on this particular occasion because we do need to make sure we get the children out of the cages. So I wrote something up because this is what I do, is I work on stopping CPS, stopping ICE, and these are things that I've done all around, stopping CPS all over the country, stopping ICE all over California, and working with some other people around the country. So it really bothered me. So I wrote up something, and I'm a little nervous, so, you know, because I get a chance to talk about something that is very dear to me, okay? And we had like 56 different attorneys in the state of California working with us in the Bay Area, and we would have these private meetings to shut down detention centers, ICE detention centers, and to find and catch whenever somebody was picked up by ICE. We would find where they were located at, and we would catch them within 2 weeks. If somebody notified us, within 2 weeks we would have them out the detention center. So I want you to look up Resistance TV. I did a show with a young man, I can't even remember his name right now, but he purposely stayed undocumented, and he'd go in and turn out the detention centers by the hundreds. He'd teach people their rights, let people know that they were violating their rights when they got picked up and what happened. So there's a lot around this and a lot of private people working on this kind of stuff. And so this, like I said, is dear to me. So I want to read what I wrote because, like I said, you know, I'm kind of nervous about this because I'm ready to fight. I'm ready to shut it down. Okay? So, you know, we're here today because of the children targeted by this administration's agenda. They thought if they take the children and cause harm to the parents and their children, it would stop the parents from seeking refuge or a safe place, or even from thriving. Now, as a result, the children are being separated from parents and placed in cages, and over 1,500 children have still been not placed back with their parents, so are still misplaced. And then these children are separated, and it's causing irreparable harm and danger and problems for these children that we can't get back. The children will never be able to recover from these things. Children, whereas the children today, we have to stand against these children being in the cages. So the children today are better off with their parents, rather than in cages and in homes, foster homes, because of the corruption and malicious reasons for the government. So because the system is so corrupt, and because these children are also worth money to the system, they hold them. They put them in cages, grouped up together, from babies to children 18, and they don't even identify, they can't even identify who their parents are or who their loved ones are to get them back home. This is very sad. This is very wrong. We have not just Latinos, but there's black Latinos that are, in these cages. Children are, I was just looking at pictures the other day of them in the cages, and we need to move forward to stop this. The system is very corrupt. They take these children for non-emergency reasons, and they take these children and interrupt the relationship with their parents. They do it all for the money, and they do it to cause harm, purpose harm, intentional harm, done by Your Highness the government. So we stand here today, and we're here together. I'm not standing with you, but I am standing with you. And we're here today because we have enough. They have no valid reason for doing what they've done, for taking the children and placing the children in cages, or for taking the children and placing them in homes. Many of children have been adopted even from this system, never to connect back with their families again. The problem is searching out and finding those children. An agenda or a group of people that can help do that would be awesome, because these adoptions are illegal and adoptions can be overturned. So this is all done, and we must resist the government control and respect all human beings. That means every immigrant or not. You must respect the human beings and protest today, not tomorrow, but protest it today, because we've had enough. And when we say enough is enough is enough of government control. They must release the children, and they need to release them now. So I want people to understand, I'm an activist, I'm an advocate, and this is one of the things I do. I used to have cards before I got in my shape that I'm in now. And my cards would say "Stop ICE" on the top of the cards. And pause the cause today. And pause the cause too. Listen, that's what we have to do, is pause the cause to stop ICE and stop the police brutality. We have to work among ourselves, coming together, and pause the cause. Stop calling the cops. Stop calling for anything. I want to say that we were successful when number 45 came in office. Don't want to say the name, but when number 45 came in office, me and my daughter and a team of us, that was community 831 people, went to the city council the first time they had a city council meeting, and asked for Seaside to be a sanctuary city. We had different people come to ask for Seaside to be a sanctuary city, and then the young lady that was on the city council decided to ask for Seaside to be a sanctuary city. As of today, Seaside is a sanctuary city. But let me tell you how that happened. This is important because when you're building teams, I'm building a political action team so that we can get justice and so we can move that agenda forward beyond the marches. So that we can march into change. And that change would happen right now. So how did we do that? With Seaside. Seaside, we went, everybody started teaming up together, coming together, and going up to that podium and saying, we want Seaside to be a sanctuary city. Before you know it, it caught on like wildfire. Like wildfire. It caught on. And then, March the 2nd or 3rd, 2017, we filled the house. Over 600 people showed up in Seaside City Hall. They never had that many people before to show up for anything. But we had teams of people. We'd go into the community and work together. And we were doing political action teams then, getting people together to show up to the City Hall. We were able to make Seaside a sanctuary city. We turned it around, and guess what we can do here? We're able to stop ICE right here. We're able to do it. We shut down the Richmond Detention Center. I'm a part of that team that helped shut down detention centers, different detention centers all over California. We can shut this one down. Shut it down, right? Shut it down! 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 Thank you.
Thank you, Miriam, for your words and your passion and your commitment and dedication. We appreciate you guys making a trip out here, and best believe we're going to be supporting you guys when it's time as well. We got you guys. And so, guys, I know the dancers, they're just getting ready. We're not going yet. We got about 15, 20 minutes, so I know we're getting excited. We got this energy we got to get out. It's coming. But if we could just please hold our attention on the speakers until we start our marches, we'll let you guys know. So next up we have Chago, who's going to be sharing some words with us, so we can give him a round of applause, please.
What's going on? What's happening, family? How you doing? I said, how you doing? Thank you, Miriam. Miriam's been putting it down. She's been putting it down. We go out to Seaside, and she's right there right at the front. It's this type of leadership. It's this type of leadership that inspired the Brown Berets. When the Black Panthers were mounting up, when they were circling up, they were the example for the raza. Know that. We got a history of resistance. We got a history of resistance that goes back to Yanga, the 1570s, y'all. You know that. We know that. Mexico had just barely 5 years ago put it out to their senses. If they're black African Mexicans, and 1.5 million folks said, Simon, I'm black. This is that moment, y'all. Entre raza, to figure this out. We run a range of different colors. We know what colorism is, y'all. Right? So now is this time. You feel it. Oh, y'all feel it. You got it in the conversations with your elders at home. You have the conversations with your teachers, with your employers. You can't escape it anymore. Black Lives Matter, bruh. Back in 2003, back around the 9/11, right after 9/11 hit, they wrote up this thing called the Patriot Act. And in that Patriot Act, it was like, in that Patriot Act, somewhere like on page 300 and something, there was an item called Operation Endgame. And in that item, they said, by 2012, all undocumented people will be removed from this country. This was 2001. This was in the during that Bush administration. All right, and by 2012, they estimated by 2012. And so by 2012, we had Obama in office. And there were all of these raids that were happening during that administration. But people were, we take things for face value. Oh my God, look what's happening. It's under Obama, da 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 da. That design, that racist design, has been in place this whole time, guys. We know this. The fact that these youngsters, that these kids, the little morillos that are locked up right now, what's the plan for them when they reach teenage years? What do y'all think? They're getting ready to mount up to reinforce this prison industrial whatever. They know what the hell they're doing. Now we're coming together and they see us together. This is the greatest feeling. To be with the neighbors, to be with our gente right here, to be with everybody. That's why now I want to share with you this poem that speaks to the power of everybody. This poem that we actually wrote about 17 years ago, 2003. All right, so here it goes. War, 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 war. Hey, war, buddy? Man, that's not funny. But who said that? Some big-time company. They've been pushing it for years to profit off of fears, because when things get hard, they say, buy more cars. Yeah, and that we're gonna need gas or we ain't getting far. Make us suck a third world soul as a patriotic goal. But why we gotta trip on their global hold? We think it's about time they ought to let go. My abuelita said the same when they stole Mexico. Just ask your homies, your neighbors, and your tios. The people should be president of los Estados Unidos. Well, hey, let's take a poll. We went and asked constituents around the barrio, can we run things on our own? This many of the battles that were polled were like, what? And this many were like, I don't know, eh? But this many were all pretty good, Holmes. Hey, we can run this country, yo, and we can do it without getting on unilateral, fool. Well, so then, friends, paisas, countrymen, if we could all just do ourselves a favor and start running for president right here, right now. Get the old school politicos to throw in the towel, because the time has come to take back our pueblos, remove the mal gobiernos, make our voices heard on all kinds of other levels. I mean, ya se más, haven't we had enough of them cheating lying federals, putting their crusty old dedos, cutting power tripping pedos in everybody's land from here to somewhere pretty freaking lejos? And what about those of us all strung out on their upper class leftovers? Let's dismantle them trickle-down bone throwers, those nickel and dime peace posers, and all them homeland insecurity acting holy rollers. For the next presidential election, the strongest candidate should be us, the one, the many. Vote for us, everybody, for president. Vote for you, be the headpiece of the government. Vote for mom, that would not be wrong. Vote for your kid like what's his name did. Vote for your homie, not some weak old phony. Vote for your pops and not some punk ass cops. Vote for the earth, the one that gave us birth. Vote for the truth that's in the youth. Vote for the crops and not the bonds that's been 4 and 3 and 2 and run for the White House. We don't need no guns, because our election day has finally come, when every single resident votes to get president, and all citizens or non-citizens will need no permission. So just bust on it, from the barrios of the brave, the ghettos of the free, with or without internet access or the military. It's time we control this reality. It's time we control this reality. It's time we control this reality. Oh, who here knows if the news ever showed a public that favored some orange Cheeto? Because if that's the case, then why don't we embrace every pinto sitting in some locked up place? Because shouldn't we be the rulers of our tierra? Cut out all the abusive. Mierda. corporate cokeheads. You know we ain't afraid of ya. Cause without us, there'd be no America.
He came, he saw, he conquered. I mean, dang, give him another round of applause for that. That was pretty powerful. That was a strong delivery aside from substance and content. Man, that guy's a talented dude right there. Okay, so guys, just stay patient. Thank you guys for holding space and giving respect to our speakers. Next, we have Kenya, who's going to be joining us to say some words. So if we can give her a round of applause, please.
Hi guys, I hope my voice is loud enough. My name's Kenya Burton. I'm a poet and activist in the Monterey County. I'm from Salinas, California. I'm a proud Blaxican woman. I'm half black, half Mexican. This isn't just a Black Lives Matter issue. It isn't a Black Lives issue. It isn't a Mexican lives issue. It's a human rights issue. We shouldn't have to fight to be alive. And that's the problem. They make us pay for us to stay alive here when we were the ones who built America in the first place. They were trying to erase everything that we created after they conquered us, and they wonder why we're upset. We have a right to be upset, so yeah, they'll call me the angry black woman or that we need to get in line, but I don't care. Because at the end of the day, we are seeing our friends and our families fall silent, and that silence shows that they are a part of the problem. That they would let me die out on the street. They would let our kids rot in cages because they don't want to make some noise. They don't want to cause a problem. So today, I want us to make some fucking noise. I want us to fight. Because if you truly did love each other, we would fight for each other. So do not come out here and say, oh, I love people. But you know, because of this, what did we not see in the video? Well, maybe they should have come the right way. No. How about you treat each other the way we should be treated? How is it that we've learned this since first grade and you guys can't even get it right? And this is where we see that there is a problem. So I thank you for being here. Because there are so many that can easily let this stuff pass by. We are having people being lynched. We are having people being killed by cops, rounded up and kept under tunnels so that no one sees that they have them arrested. So we're going to walk there today and we're going to march and we're going to scream. And if they tell us to shut up, we silence them. Thank you.
I got one thing to say. I drink my horchata warm because fuck ice.
Okay, Miriam wanted me to announce a march that's happening in Seaside tomorrow at 3 o'clock on Broadway in Fremont. So if you have the energy, show up. And now that reminds me of one thing, guys. We can't just come out to one march and be satisfied. We have to be intelligent about the way we're expending our energy, the way we're networking, the way we're connecting, the way that we're trading information. And as far as my team goes, we're not stopping till every community is uplifted. We're not stopping till every kid is freed from the cages from here to Palestine, and we are not going to quit no matter how long it takes. And so in order for us to be in this marathon, right, this is a marathon, we got to take care of our mind, we got to take care of our body, got to take care of our spirit, check in with yourself, check in with your family. We are in for a marathon, everybody, so make sure we stay diligent, stay vigilant, and like I said, I know it feels good to come out here and yell and get all this energy out, but we have to be efficient with the way that we are organizing and with the way that we are networking. If we come out and yell and go home and look back and didn't accomplish anything, didn't make a contact with somebody, didn't get educated, didn't listen, well, we got to think about that. We have to be smart about what we're doing out here. Okay, do we have any other speakers that would like to speak? Okay, Sharat is going to be speaking. Sorry if I mispronounced that. If we give him a round of applause.
Well, it's great to see everybody here today. So Give yourselves a round of applause for that. So my name is Sharat Lin. I'm actually a peace dancer, and this is why I'm wearing these butterfly wings. And you can look it up, Dance of Peace, on Instagram. But the butterfly wings, of course, have many meanings, and one of them that probably all of you are familiar with, of course, is the right to migration, the freedom of migration. And, you know, the Spanish-speaking people, native peoples, have been here long before there were any walls, long before there were any borders. It's a colonial concept. But today, in the context of the Black Lives Matter movement, it's about freedom. It's about freedom from prison. It's about freedom from police. And that's why I wear these butterfly wings. And it's also about metamorphosis. It's about the kind of change that we want to be, that we want to deconstruct the police state in this country, in every city, and in the whole country, including ICE. Now, ICE, it's very easy for us to conceive, but we can always get rid of ICE because we just don't need it. We just don't need ICE. But police, a lot of people say, well, if you defund the police, who's going to take care of security? So I'm going to give you an example of one city in the United States that is actually deconstructed. They have disbanded their police department, and that is Camden, New Jersey. So this is an example that says that this is possible. What they did is they took apart their traditional police department. This is a city of 75,000 people that had one of the highest murder rates in the country. After disbanding the police department and instituting community policing, which is about public security by and for the people, the crime rate dropped. That's what can happen. That's what we want. And I also want to say that, you know, I'm wearing this Black Lives Matter shirt and the butterfly wings, and I've been doing this throughout the Black Lives Matter protests. And there's no contradiction between that. This is because it's one struggle. Okay, it's the struggle for Black Lives Matter, the struggle for Brown Lives Matter. It's one struggle. One struggle, many fronts. One struggle, many fronts. Struggle, many fronts. Struggle, many fronts. Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Brown Lives Matter.
Brown Lives Matter.
Thank you.
That way, just wanted to invite you guys to Unity March in San Jose on 4th of July, Black Lives Matter, and Free the Children. We'll meet at City Hall at 2 p.m.
Yeah, 13K, 13,000. Now the city went and sued my friend in condos 1 through 50, and there were 13,000 people that signed a petition. That's what they were fighting over, was the Black Lives petition. So I'll be the voter, condo 13,000.
No
Actually, it's pretty light.
Abolish ICE!
Wow, great job today, guys. Great job marching. Great job staying focused. Marching with intention. Obviously, we had some tests, some challenges along the way. And, you know, it was, overall, I think it was a great, successful execution. In one second, if you guys are feeling tired, think about our danzantes. They danced the entire way. So, if we're going to the drummers who play out the whole time. And if we could just real quick take, you know, a quick moment of silence for all the children in detention centers, for all the communities that have been oppressed, all our relations, all our skin colors who have suffered oppression. If we could just send some prayers out, send some good energy. This is the ICE Detention Center right here on the corner. Behind that fence are the vans that they use to make families disappear. And so if we could just take one quick moment of silence for all the families and children who are suffering oppression. Okay, thank you guys. My name is Isaac. I'm with a company or an organization called Simply a Service. And I want to thank Josue, I want to thank Lisette, I want to thank all the main organizers, Reyes, I want to thank all the Brown Berets, and everybody here. This would not be possible without anyone. So thank you all so much for having this vision, for letting us be a part of it. And I'm really proud of all our people. Make sure that you network. Make sure that you come up to us with straight contact information. As far as our people go, we're not stopping. We're not going to stop until all our communities are uplifted, until all the kids are out of their cages. From here to Africa, to Palestine, to Mexico, we are not stopping.
Thank you. I did not know that I would be here today, but everything happens for a reason, and we're all brought here together, each one of us for a reason. And I just would not think it would be right if we left today without doing a collective prayer for all of the children and all of the families. Amen, amen. We're here, and the energy that we create today will stay here. It will leave with us, but it will be here, and anyone passing through here will feel it, and they'll get the healing that we're going to be sending out. So just for 2 minutes, everyone can put their hands on their heart space. If you want to hold hands with the person next to you, if you want to touch palms, whatever you feel is comfortable. If you're sitting, standing, take a minute, get grounded. Feel the earth beneath your feet. Close your eyes and just start to get in tune with yourself, and just think of the powerful energy that we created today throughout the streets. Think of all the people who have suffered, all the children who are going to sleep tonight if they can, not knowing when they're going to see their families again. And all the families who may not see their children again. Also that a few people can have some power and control to fulfill their own selfish needs. But that ends now. Yeah. And as you feel this, start to visualize a bright light building up in your core, in your stomach. And think of the prayers, think of the intention, think of the healing that you want to send out. And as you do, that light grows stronger and stronger. It starts spreading through your whole body, all the way to your fingertips, all the way to your toes. That light is growing brighter because your love is growing brighter. The healing that you're going to be sending out is growing stronger, and it's going to reach more people. Start to feel it go up to your throat. We need to cleanse our throat chakras. We need to get rid of all the negativity. We need to get rid of all the fear so that we can rise and speak and make our voices heard. So we can speak for those who cannot speak and are not being allowed to be heard. Now as you feel that light taking over your whole body, getting stronger and stronger, just let it out, let it burst. And with it, all the love and the healing that you are sending to every single child and every single family that is suffering. Brown, black, doesn't matter. We all feel pain and we all need to come together to heal. And that is what we're doing now. We're sending out healing energy. Once it's out, you can start to come back in. Start to feel yourself again. Turn to the person next to you. Tell them you love them. Tell them you're there for them. Because we're a community. We're a community, we need to send love.
Yes, yes, love.
Thank you.
Love, amen.
Thank you for those words. It's so true. You know, in times like this, we have to be authentic. We have to be open to being vulnerable, to sharing our pain and with each other and trusting. And these days, it's really hard to trust with all the disinformation, with all the quote-unquote enemies and the illusions and the shadows. But, you know, it has to push us closer into that honesty, into that authenticity, and that's how we're going to connect. That's how we're going to find our family. So next, who's going to be speaking is Nate from the NAACP. So we can give a round of applause real quick.
I want you to hear this song. This is the song for 2020.
I've been walking with my face turned to the sun. Weight on my shoulders and a bullet in my gun. Oh, I got eyes in the back of my head, just in case I had to run. I do what I can when I can, when I can for the people. When the clouds roll back and the stars fill the sky, that's when I'm gonna stand up. Take my people with me. Together we are born. Brand new home. Follow the river. Can you hear freedom calling? Calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it.
I'm going to start with the words of my brother Langston Hughes, and I'm going to need your help with it. So when I point at you, I need you all to shout, America never was America to me. Let's practice. America was never America to me. America was never America to me. One more time, America was never America to me. Okay, when I point, wait for me to point next. All right. I know we have to practice sometimes, but we all, you know how we are sometimes. All right. Let America be America again. Let it be the dream it used to be. Let it be the pioneer on the plane seeking a home where he himself is free. America was never America to me. Let America be the dreamer's dream. Let it be that great, strong land and love where never kings connive nor tyrants scheme, that any man be crushed by one above. America never was America to me. Oh, let land be a land where liberty is crowned with no false patriotic wreath. But opportunity is real and life is free. Equality is in the air we breathe. America never was America to me. There's never been equality for me, nor freedom in this homeland of the free. Where was our freedom when we were plucked from Mother Africa and forced to be called property for others' pleasure and financial opportunity? Yesterday and today, a few weeks back, or a couple days ago, we celebrated Juneteenth. Freedom Day. The Emancipation Proclamation was signed into law in 1863, but slaves in Texas did not know they were free until June 19, 1865. The effect was that the Emancipation Proclamation, if we were not free from hard labor, we still suffered the pain of the claims and of the chains and whips until the 13th Amendment was signed in 1865. However, even then our freedom was limited. Being free from chains, whips, and mutilation did not make us free. Since 1865, we have had to build ourselves up. We have accomplished a lot in this country. Every generation we see black people build up. We started in 1865 with nothing but the clothes on our backs and the fresh breath of freedom in our lungs. America's Civil War taught us we would always have to fight for our right to live, and that when we fight, we will win. The federal government under Lincoln helped free the slaves, but after freedom was achieved, we found that our fight was not over. The federal government that freed us did not help us or give us the human dignity we deserved. Once we were legally freed, we immediately saw new organizations and laws enacted to ensure we did not secede. The KKK was formed in 1865 as a reaction to our liberty in order to terrorize our people. New black codes were enacted in southern states to restrict our activity and keep us working for their plantations. They had to replace slave codes because they knew that this country was built on the blood, sweat, and tears of black labor, and that without our support, they had no power. We were free in name and not in practice. So we continued to fight, and we saw the passing of the 14th Amendment as well, which gave us equal protection as citizens. We fought and received the 15th Amendment and the right to vote. But again, these legal victories were overshadowed by civil rights movements. The civil rights movement taught us when we accomplish historic victories, systemic racism and white supremacists will still prevail amongst us because they fight against us. We saw segregation, lack of education, redlining so that property deeds here, and even this, where we're standing today, excluded minorities, populations. I'm going to skip to Langston Hughes. And torn from Black Africa strand, I came to build a homeland of the free. The free? Who said the free? Not me. Surely not me. The millions on relief today? The millions shot down when we strike? The millions who have nothing for our pay? For all the dreams we've dreamed, and all the songs we've sung, and all the hopes we've held, and all the flags we've hung? The millions who have nothing for our pay? Except the dream that's almost dead today. Oh, let America be America again, the land that never has been yet, and yet must be the land where every man is free. America never was America to me. You see, where we're standing right now, we have children locked up in cages, separated from their mothers and fathers. This is the America that we're standing in today. We have to continue to fight because nothing is handed to us. Nothing is handed to us. We stand together. Tu luchas, mi lucha. Tu luchas, mi lucha. I'm an African-American man, and I will die for my Latinx brothers and sisters. I want a revolution. If the system won't be for us, we will break the motherfucking system down. If you need anything, reach out to me through social media. My number freely is 831-402-6776. I have an army behind me, and we will continue to fight for you. Thank you.
Bro, thank you, bro. Appreciate you, man. Big time. That's a great speaker. That guy's got a bright future. And, I have so much faith in humanity and where we're going because of our young leaders stepping up and being courageous, because we got a lot of reasons to be afraid, but I see all my bros and my sisters facing that fear and saying, no, it's not going to stop us, and showing up fearless. So thank you guys all. I'm so hopeful for the future. Okay, next is a good brother, Rigo. is going to be sharing some words, so we give him a round of applause, please.
How you doing, everybody? Thank you all for being out here. Thank you for supporting this movement. Thank you for supporting this cause. Always. Thank you all, each and every one of you, for being out here. For sacrificing your time to be here. Because believe it or not, that is the revolution. You are the revolution right now. Big special shout out to my brother Nathaniel right there, man. Ninos for Black Lives Matter, because you know what? I'm going to say it one time real quick. Black Lives Matter! Because we're right here in front of this little ICE detention center, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? They already ignited the fire, and you know what? We're gonna melt that ice. You know what I'm saying? So just to give you a little bit of peace about me, I come from a small town down south in Greenfield, California, man. It's in the middle of nowhere. A lot of people don't know about it, but you know, we out there, man. We have a lot of heart. We're stuck together with Monterey County, Soledad, Peach City, Salinas, Gonzales, Chulo, Seaside, all my brothers, and thank you all my brothers that came out here from the Bay Area to show support. Broken Hill. And you know what? So with that being said, our people suffer out there, man. 95% of our people are Mexican descent. We had ICE out there in copters. We had them out there in their vans. We've had them out there kidnapping their families, our brothers and sisters, and then putting kids in cages. I'm sorry, but you know what? This is not a city issue. This is not a state issue. This is not a national issue. This is a human issue. This is a human issue. Damn, we're not going to stand out here and protest. And you know what, real quick, I got all my brothers and sisters out there. I do a little boxing program, you know, in the heart of Greenfield, out of a boxing garage, man, because that's the way we do it, you know. So I have a couple of supporters out there from my barrio, man, Greenfield. Much love, thank you so much. And there's two individuals that came out here, and they asked me one day, because I got it written on my wall. It says Viva la Raza, and they asked me. Thank you. Thank you. They are out here today, and they asked, hey, coach, what does Viva la Raza mean? And real quick, you know, I was busy, so I just said, you know what's us? It's us right here. It's us united and all that stuff. Right there in the little garage. But you know what? Being out here today, I want you to show them what La Raza is. This is La Raza! So thank you. I don't want to take too much time. My brother Maddox came out today. No doubt. There he is right there. You know there he is. My brother Maddox right there, man. He's part of that Black Lives Matter movement. But you know, he's with us. It's black and brown out here. It's black. You know, because honestly, no disrespect to my white brothers, but I don't care how dark it gets out here. We are the light. Yeah. We are the light. So I always write stuff down, man, but you know, my heart speaks for itself. Let it go. Thankfully to God, man, in the universe, whatever it is you believe in, more power to you. Let it go, man. I just want to finish, you know, with something that I thought of, you know, before I came out here. And I want to address this, you know, because George Floyd was on the ground with a knee on his neck, and he yelled, "I can't breathe!" Yeah. Breathe. He said, "I can't breathe!" I can't breathe! Water. And maybe those kids in cages, maybe they don't have a knee on their neck. But I guarantee you that that's breathtaking, man. Yeah. Good for kids. And we are here standing, united. Yeah. And we're going to keep this movement going. Yeah. Because the wheels are rolling. We're all in the same car now. Yeah, brother, we go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we got a destination now. Yeah. We know where we're going. Yeah. And my sister out here, my brown sister, she's out here. Alma, you're out here. I don't know where you're at, but you're out there. She's a state, you know, brown issues coordinator. And like she said, man, we're going to go full throttle, man. We're going to put the pedal to the metal, and we're going to keep on rolling. So sí se puede. Viva mi raza.
what we need. I know a lot of us might be feeling tired right now, but just think about those people who lost their lives. Think about the kids who are sleeping on concrete right now. You know, and we're not stopping until we hold every cop accountable. We're coming for every one of these corrupt, crooked cops. We're pulling the deal all the way back. Breonna Taylor, we're going to find justice for you. Elijah, we're going to make justice for you. I promise. Put that on. Okay, any other designated speakers that we're going to speak? Okay. Okay, we got our good brother Ricardo here. If we can give a round of applause in.
First and foremost, thank you all. You give me strength to be here. So, I heard someone say, what's going to be next on the news?
A little closer to the
What's
mic.
next? That hurt me. Because they think this is just a fad. They think this is just a fad. It's not. Now there's people in my life, older individuals, my elders, who have grown callous to this. They look at me and they say, what you're doing is not going to change anything. Because they have been oppressed for so long, they've become callous to it. We won't. Now I acknowledge that change might not happen in my lifetime as much as I want it to. But it'll happen in his. It'll happen in their lifetime. And in their children's lifetime. We're in water right now. Let's keep swimming. And when you find yourself tired, remember, there's a brother, a sister next to you that will grab onto you and help you swim. Yeah. Till we reach that land, till we reach that mountaintop. Keep going, don't stop. There is nothing next. This is it. We keep marching together for one another. Brown, black, yellow, red, white, because they're here amongst us as well. So let's keep moving forward. Don't forget, it's not what's next, it's what's now and forever.
Thank you, Ricardo. That's a good brother of mine right there. Okay, next we have Aslan Native coming up.
First of all, I want to say all lives can't matter until black and brown lives matter. In political philosophy, the right of revolution is the right and the duty of the people of a nation to overthrow a government that acts against their common interests and or threatens the safety of the people without cause. We the common people, the Chicano people of Aztlan, the Republic of Aztlan, declare independence from these colonial powers and over-controlling nation states. I got 20/20 vision, my vision for 2020, keep my people out of prison, we get legitimate money. Popo can take it from me, cause if they do, I'ma sue. Why they love to violate my right to the Constitution? These jails and institutions really ain't the solution. Our mind, body, and soul exposed to this pollution. Kids are out here shooting and getting shot on the daily. 45 administration acting like Barnum and Bailey. A circus on purpose. Now tell me who's the criminal. Animal. Beat us, they eat us up like some cannibals. Now that I'm rebelling and rounding my folks together, we gotta stand united through the storm in any weather. Fires and earthquakes, tsunamis and hurricanes. The earth is my birthplace. You know why I'm on this train, on the plane. Elevated, getting close to God. Somebody hated when they stated, oh, that's all he got. Must have been faded, captivated from reality. Tragedies, catastrophes, and casualties. It's so sad to see that mother in that black dress. One son in jail forever, another put to rest. Who could have guessed that these streets could be so cold? Nonetheless, the GOV act like they don't know where to go, so we turn to this lifestyle. Get their attention like right now. Free the 70,000 children and free Aslan.
Yeah.
Okay, do we have any other speakers? Can we get Josue? Josue, can we get you up to the front, please? Josue Reyes.
Oh yeah, and I took that sucker's flag too.
Okay, so this is Josue coming up. He's one of the main organizers on this event, one of the main visionaries, and there was a great group of organizers and visionaries that were on this one. He was one of the drummers, so if we could give a big round of applause for him.
My spirit is happy, my heart's happy. We made it. La unión hace la fuerza. We're here together as one community, as one human race. For our kids, still locked up in those cages, like I said, like animals. Imagine seeing one of our kids. But we came together as one. I want to thank from the smallest kid to the oldest who came and walked with us. Some joined in midway, some joined towards the end, but doesn't matter. We all made it safe. We all made it together. This is what it's all about. For us, for people of color, racism needs to stop. It's 2020. And we still see shit every day in our news feeds. But I want to appreciate each and one of you for taking the time, for coming out here tonight. This doesn't stop here. This is just the beginning. It's just the beginning. And I want to thank the organizers, everybody, people pitching for water, people pitching for food, any donations, everybody. You know, this was a community effort. I brought it up. I'm like, man, we need to do something in our hometown, in the Bay Area. See people from LA, Riverside had one today too, specifically for the ICE Detention Center. You know, let's keep organizing, let's keep coming together. We can come together any injustice in the future like this. Any injustice. One love, people, one love. One love. One love. I teared up while I was drumming. Real talk. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful night, beautiful Friday. Let's keep on going. Let's keep the momentum up. Next one is in San Francisco. We're gonna organize just how we took our time to organize this one. There was a bunch of people who, you know, it took about 2 weeks, but it came out beautiful. Without you guys, this wouldn't have happened. Everybody from the dancers to the last person that was walking with us. Thank you guys. Thank you. Thank you. ¡Que viva la raza! ¡Que viva! ¡Que viva! ¡Que viva! ¡Que viva, chingado! ¡Que viva!
Okay, so I'm going to read an article that's been shared from a couple sources now that was released about an hour ago. And this one is from MSNBC. And it says, the U.S. must release children from family detention centers, the judge rules. And this is an hour ago. A federal judge in California has ruled that the government must release migrant children held in the country's 3 family detention centers by July 17th. Damn, you guys can do it. You guys can do it. But it's really, you know, we're standing in solidarity solidarity with people across the country, across the world, and we have the power, guys. We own these streets. We have the power. And you know, whether it's through prayer, whether it's through our action, whether it's through our thoughts, whether it's through our energy, through our unity, we have an impact. We are the ones. We are sovereign human beings. We are the kings. We are the queens. We are going to run this show, guys. Real quick, I have to interrupt. Let's hear it from a man Z out here, though. And guys, so we can count this as a victory, but that does not slow down our momentum. You know, they want to give a little bit and think we're going to cool out, but nah, we got to keep this fire going every single day as long as we have to, till everyone's held accountable. Hold the government accountable, hold everyone accountable. Okay, guys, so now we're going to be coming to our end ceremony. Before we end it, one of our sisters is going to come up and do a unity clap. But when you guys leave, please leave in groups, leave close together. It's getting dark, and some people might need rides. If you want to offer a ride to someone, please go ahead and step up. Also, there is food on the table over there, and security. We need walkie-talkies back. There was some that had red tape, and there was some that was blank. So if you got a hold of a walkie-talkie, please bring it to the front. And again, thank you all so much to the main organizers. Thank you to you who participated. I got so much love for you. Let's build, let's network, let's create. We're very serious about keeping this going. So hold on one second. Our sister's going to close the ceremony for us. And thank you guys so much. Much love. I appreciate you.
Alright, good evening everybody. My name is Diana, and I wanted to bring my daughter, Sanaiva, up to the front. I wanted to bring my daughter up to the front because I see a lot of children around here, and I wanted the face of a child to be here represented as well, because we are fighting for the children who are locked up for 8 cases right now. So I wanted my daughter to introduce herself, and she has a few words for everybody.
Hi, my name is Zenaida. I'm 11 years old. I'm Hollister. Can all of you guys put your hands up and put your hands in a fist? Yes! I want all of you guys to say, "Stop killing us." On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Stop killing us! Thank you.
You know, as organizers, we have a clap called a unity clap. So as we finish up the night, I saw everybody already ended, so I want to finish up the night with doing the unity clap with everybody. So we can put all our hands together and start off slow, okay?
Sign up for the census.
Rest in power, George Floyd! I just want to say Black Lives Matter